Willie Nelson's life never followed a straight path, yet when he reflects, it seems as though every twist, setback and triumph was guiding him to the place he was always meant to reach. Chaos and music intertwined, shaping a life defined not by perfection but by survival, creativity and resilience. Friendships, especially with kindred spirits like Kris Kristofferson, fortified him when the weight of loss and hardship threatened to crush him. In his journey, music was both compass and sanctuary, giving voice to his struggles while turning them into songs that spoke to the human experience. Born into hardship, Willie Nelson entered the world on April 29, 1933 in Abbott, Texas, during the depths of the Great Depression. Hunger and scarcity were constants, and hope was fleeting. Before he could even speak, life had already handed him loss. His mother left when he was a baby, and his father followed shortly after. Left in the care of his grandparents, Nancy and Alfred Nelson, Willie and his sister Bobby grew up with discipline, love, and the strains of music. Yet comfort was rare, and the harsh realities of rural Texas made every day a lesson in endurance. Music as shelter. Within this austere household, music became Willie's lifeline. Winters were brutal and newspapers lined the walls for warmth, yet his grandfather gave him a simple guitar at age 6, opening a door to solace and expression. From the first chord, music became more than sound. It was protection, a way to process loneliness, grief, and fear. By age 7, he was writing songs, performing wherever he could, and earning small amounts to help feed the family. Music was not just passion, it was survival, quietly shaping a future that felt unreachable, yet was steadily forming under his young hands. Faith and early rebellion. Raised in a devout Methodist household, Willie sang in the church choir every Sunday, absorbing gospel harmonies and religious discipline. Yet outside the church walls, he longed for sounds his grandmother would never approve. Bob Wills, Hank Williams, and other artists who felt freer, wilder, and alive. This tension between faith and desire cultivated a nascent rebellious streak. Even as a child, he grappled with guilt, fear, and longing, laying the foundation for the outlaw spirit that would define his career. The early struggle between expectation and self-expression taught him that authenticity often demanded risk and defiance. The pain of loss. Willie's grandfather Alfred, the man who had nurtured his musical talent and instilled resilience, died of pneumonia when Willie was still young. The loss forced him into adulthood faster than anyone should, taking on chores, working the farm, and learning that survival required relentless effort. Yet grief did not harden him in bitterness. It strengthened independence and determination. He realized that life offered no guarantees and that reliance on others was limited. The absence of Alfred's guidance left an ache but also a driving force, the certainty that he could navigate hardship on his own. Searching for direction, after high school, Willie joined the US Air Force, hoping structure and stability would anchor him. A serious back injury ended that chapter abruptly, sending him back into uncertainty. Music remained, but the path was unclear, and he scrambled to earn a living. Radio jobs, independent recordings, and direct sales became his survival tools. Talent alone was insufficient. Perseverance and adaptability determined outcomes. Each small setback taught him that the music business rewarded persistence as much as artistry, preparing him for the challenges that would come in Nashville and beyond. Nashville dreams. By the late 1950s, Willie arrived in Nashville with hope and ambition, but empty pockets. Sleeping in his car, writing songs that would later become hits for others, and witnessing his words turn into success for other performers, he learned harsh lessons about ownership and exploitation. Despite the disillusionment, his music retained honesty and rawness, proving that authenticity could resonate even without polish or promotion. Nashville tested his patience and determination, forcing him to reconcile talent with survival. These experiences shaped his understanding of the industry and reinforced his commitment to creating music that spoke truthfully to his experiences. Personal heartbreak. Behind the scenes, Willie faced devastating personal loss. Failed marriages, family tragedies, and the death of his son challenged his resilience and self-belief. These moments threatened to break him, forcing introspection and confrontation with his own destructive habits. Pain became a teacher, leading him towards sobriety, self-awareness, and a renewed appreciation for those who remained loyal in his life. Through these struggles, music became a mirror for his inner world and a vessel for connection, translating sorrow into art. Every heartbreak deepened his songwriting, infusing it with vulnerability and an honesty few could emulate. Annie D'Angelo and stability. Amid turmoil, Willie found balance and companionship with Annie D'Angelo, whose presence offered stability and understanding. Their relationship underscored the importance of meaningful connection in a life marked by chaos and loss. Her support allowed Willie to confront regret, embrace gratitude, and focus on what truly mattered: family, music, and personal growth. The lessons of patience, listening, and compassion became central not only to his domestic life but also to his creative life. Annie's influence helped transform a story of survival into one of renewal, demonstrating the quiet power of steadfast love and companionship. Music as lifeline. For Willie, music was always more than performance. It was salvation, identity, and community. Every song carried fragments of hardship, resilience, and joy. Through collaborations with peers like Kris Kristofferson and countless others, he found camaraderie and inspiration that nurtured his creativity. Music documented his life, preserving both the wounds and triumphs of decades. It served as an anchor amid storms, a reminder that expression could heal and connect. Even when fame and recognition arrived, they were secondary to the deeper truth that music had been and always would be a lifeline. Survival over glory. Willie Nelson's life defies traditional measures of success. His story is not about accolades or fame, but endurance, creativity, and the courage to keep moving despite repeated setbacks. Music offered refuge, friendships offered salvation, and honesty became the guiding principle. Every stumble, heartbreak, and misstep contributed to a life lived fully, honestly, and resiliently. The journey remains unfinished, a testament to the ongoing process of survival and expression. Looking back, it becomes clear that the intersections of pain, music, and human connection were never random. They were the forces that shaped a life worth living. Reflections on a life unfolded. Looking back on decades of experience, Willie sees patterns emerging from apparent chaos. Struggle and song, loss and love, all point toward continuity and purpose. His journey illustrates that survival is an achievement as vital as any public recognition. Through the highs and lows, music remained the steady companion while relationships anchored him in humanity. Each challenge became material for reflection and creation, a reminder that life's unpredictability can still lead to fulfillment. In the end, Willie Nelson's story is one of resilience, connection, and the enduring power of staying true to oneself, note by note.